Okay, so today is a little different. And keep in mind, I'm talking to in class and at home. We're going to do a little bit different lesson today, or type of lesson. Y'all have been used to the PowerPoints that I put in there. And then you've been doing slides. Well, today I'm going to teach the lesson up here. Stop the camera or hit pause right now. Go get some paper, something to write with so you can write these notes down. Also, I'm going to try to go slow enough, but I don't want this lesson to go too long. So I try to keep them short, somewhat short. So, you can always hit pause, or you can go back and rewatch the video, back it up a little bit. Need to. Anyway, today is Monday the 21st. We are still identifying and describing the structures of the cell. Today we are going to focus on photosynthesis, cellular respiration. Already talked about it some. I'm going to first talk about photosynthesis, then I'm going to talk about cellular respiration, and then we're going to compare and contrast two. And then there are 10 questions in your lesson afterwards that you will go ask. So I'm going to do the best I can up here. This is new to me as far as using this app and also doing it on camera. So photosynthesis, that's what we're doing first. So okay, this is what we're talking about. Okay, so this is, there is a chemical equation that talks about the process that occurs in the chloroplast, okay? Now, for photosynthesis to occur, there are things that we need. First of all, we need the sun, okay? Then, if you think about what do plants need water, okay, and that's a plus sign. Water plus, or sun plus water, H2O is water. That is the chemical formula for water. 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen, so H2O. And then carbon dioxide. We all know that plants take in carbon dioxide. Now, we're going to use a little arrow called a yield sign to separate the two sides of the equation. Okay? So sun, water, and carbon dioxide are going to react together. Okay? So we're going to call this side of the equation actant. All right, so these are going to react. Molecules are going to rearrange, and we're going to come out with something new, a product, on this other side. So after these all react, our product, our main product, is C6H12. Okay, this stands for glucose. Okay, and so glucose is a form of energy. And so we start with sun energy, and it is transformed into a chemical energy, okay, which will be used later by the cell. Okay, and this is where plants or producers, also called the autotrophs, are producing their own energy, their own fuel. And then also the byproduct left over is oxygen. And that should make sense to you because we know that plants and producers, they take in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. Kind of keeps the balance on the earth. Okay, we're calling this side, since this is produced, the product. So, our chemical equation, we have the reactant and product. All right, so are you able to keep up pretty good? Good. Okay, so I'm going to put this in words for you, okay? So here we have sun, light, or sometimes called radiant energy. Okay, from the sun. transformed into chemical energy. Which is glucose. Called glucose. And you know what? They interchangeably use glucose and sugar because glucose is sugar. Okay? Alright. Write that down. Okay, good. The other thing you need to know, okay, and I think this is one of your questions, okay, let's just make a little note here, C6H12O6 equals glucose. And I'm narrowing this down to things that you need to know. We could spend a long time talking about all the amounts of glucose. Really, what you need to, or photosynthesis, I'm cutting it down to what you need. Also, you need to know that this process, photosynthesis, occurs in chloroplast of autotrophs or producers. Okay, so this process occurs in chloroplast. Sorry about my writing here, but I'm not used to writing on this. Okay, occurs in chloroplast of autotrophs. An autotroph means producer. They're going to come by and offer you breakfast here. Okay. All right. So anyway, there you go. Give me a second to write that down. Sorry, guys. Yep. All right. You good? You got this? Okay. Now we talked about photosynthesis. Now we're going to talk about cellular respiration. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. And now we're going to talk about cellular respiration. All right. That's 2 L's, by the way. Cellular respiration. Okay. All right. Now, just like photosynthesis has a chemical equation, okay, cellular respiration also has one. Now, if you notice, we're going to take what was made in photosynthesis and it's going to react, okay? We're going to take that glucose that was made in photosynthesis. We're going to add oxygen to it, oxygen. Okay, so glucose and oxygen react together. So here is our reactant side. And sorry for my writing. Okay. So a chemical reaction is going to occur. Molecules are going to rearrange and produce something on the other side here. Okay. So water is going to be produced. And carbon dioxide is going to be produced. Now, if you think about it, okay, all plants and animals go through this, by the way. We, in our bodies, cellular respiration occurs in the mitochondria. So we use glucose that we have to eat. Plants make it themselves. And it reacts with oxygen that we breathe in. And then in return, you know, we breathe out water vapor. Water is made. We breathe out carbon dioxide. Now, big thing here that is also made is ATP energy. Okay? ATP energy is made. This is what we need to perform our daily functions every day. Okay? Your cells need ATP energy to go through cell processes that require energy. The fact that I'm sitting here teaching to you, moving around, talking, requires ATP. So, keep in mind that this is our product side. So, reactant, product. Okay, so let's go ahead and put into terms or into words like we did with the other one what's going on. So basically, the energy from glucose energy in glucose is transferred into ATP energy. Okay? Key point is ATP energy is the usable form of energy. Okay? There you go. Point. And where does this occur in our cells? It occurs in the mitochondria of plants and animals, whereas photosynthesis only occurs in plants or autotrophs. In the mitochondria. Okay. Now, I'm just going to briefly tell you this. There are two types of cellular respiration. Aerobic, which means it's using, well, let's just say it's using air, oxygen. That's one way to remember it. So this is aerobic. Okay, this right here, this formula, talking about aerobic. So if they ask you, like on the STAR test, if they ask about anaerobic or aerobic, you're going to pick aerobic. Okay? Anaerobic does not require oxygen, and it is a totally different process that also forms ATP. This is the more efficient one. You get like 36 or 38 ATPs during this reaction, whereas you only get like 3 or 4 the other reaction. So always pick aerobic. Okay? Doesn't require O2. Never going to pick this on the test. I'm going to pick that. You might see that word. This is the one you're going to pick. Okay? So a few minutes. Got that down. You know, you can also take notes on your computer. I found that I'll just capitalize the letter, put a 6, okay? And then I'll put a space, capitalize H and put a 12, capitalize O and put a 6. And that's how I write my chemical formulas on the computer because it's kind of hard. But anyway, that's how I do it. All right, you got this? Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that off. The last thing we are going to do is compare, really contrast and compare. So, let me go ahead and write, this is photosynthesis. All right, so we've got sun plus water plus CO2 reacting to form C6H12 and oxygen. Okay. Then for cellular respiration, we have, oh look, C6H12O6 plus oxygen. Oh look, it's the same as this here. Okay. Yields. And of course, we don't have the sun here. Okay. But we're going to end up with H2O, CO2. Okay, notice what's here, here. So if you memorize one formula, you can memorize the other. You just flip-flop it. The difference is energy involved in this reaction is the sun. Energy produced in this reaction, ATP. This is how you go from sun energy to the energy you use to do your daily functions and cellular functions. That is your compare and contrast. Give you a second to write that down, and then we'll end this, and y'all can go to your lesson, answer your questions, and do spell work. The way you're going to get credit for the spell work is you're going to type in yes and submit up at the top right corner where it says to put your answer, and then I can see this. Okay? All right. Y'all have a great day. Goodbye and good luck.